My better put a how far. Hope say all man dey fine. Hope say all man woke up fine. So today in another episode for Beta Torpoh, and for Beta Torpoh today, with the language on Atelier with some Cameroonian entrepreneur. He be MC, he be TV host, he be plenty thing them. His name is Steve Fonkam. So we gonna stay tuned, and just after the break, me and Steve with the language on a Beta Torpoh.
That's mom on one plate. We ask you should you laugh.
Sorry. See how far?
I did my side check. How are you?
I did. Since when you plan the Beta Torpoh, it don't finally happen.
When I should have realized, I say, so I got a language and all level pidgin.
Yes, that will be English. I will be broadcast. So we'll be French.
Pidgin had to. I bet. No, job manager want to talk about yes.
All right. So me, I know you as entrepreneur. I know you as TV host. I know you as MC. Like you're one of the best MC that will come right now. So how you introduce yourself?
Well, I'd introduce myself like entrepreneur, like you talk, because I recently own my company, Clarisse Media and Events, and the company be specialized for communication, publicity strategies,
Okay.
content production. So and then booking as well. So if you book any person inside the very experiential marketing or event industry, you need them. And they book all man, all those at the book. So just tap me, I'll be the plug.
Okay.
So now I define myself like entrepreneur. But any man who don't follow me, person who knows what they do, knows I be international master of ceremony. That is MC. That put they talk put they talk.
They pay them for talk.
Yes. So they pay me for talk. So I be international master of ceremony. I be journalist, but most especially football and sports commentator. So I talk plenty to do commentaries when you get football match. I know the hell I say inside the area. I do that kind of thing. Then I be content producer too, then voice actor. So I hear some person like someone will say, come for number 3 street for Lagos. I say, now our voice and that, we never do that pidgin, advertising the English, French, any other language, Fonkam, and pidgin, that kind of stuff there.
Okay. So, I really...
That be actor. I don't talk
Yes,
actor. I don't forget the one the way. I didn't neglect my acting career.
Yes, actually.
For people from the way, so what I go Netflix. I'm saying.
Don't be like. So tell me how you start. Of course, I know so you go Sase, and after that, I know so you be trained journalist. Because some people they do this MC work where you do and all of that way, they don't be trained journalists. Like me, I don't be professional journalist. I don't go school. I learn that, So like, tell me about how you grow from what you learn now and you decide for actually explore as entrepreneur in that field. Because plenty people, they go school, they expect to come out. If that's on TV station, don't employ you, just find your way, plenty people, they get the same training like you. After they work for some TV station, they don't pay, they just give up, But you be one of that people, they don't be consistent. As journalists, you don't be consistent for this work where you do. So
yes, so I do plenty things. Most of the times when I want to talk about me, I try for separate the different things because I do plenty things in a different job them on their own. You talk about MCing here. No man never goes on school. The Cameroon no. So school no they will Cameroon really teach MC. How to be good MC, right? But now just for tell you, I don't go no school to go learn. Not talent. Then I develop I just grow for the team because I get passion. Then the more I do then the more I look different people the way they do I ameliorate myself. I hear the way they sound, their composure. And back in the days, it'd be hard for me for watch some person perform because all that grandfather would hear about them. They say a legend. You never ever see their one videos on side they present. But not just the thing with other people, the way they matter talk about them, where we know say, hey, the man a big hand. But the day I get privileged for see 1 or 2 of them for their workplace because for BMC, for my event, for my
workplace.
For your workplace. When I organize event, my workplace with that. So when I watch them, I realize, say, chai, that's the way they be talk about the grand friend now.
Not true.
Not true. And then so one and two, I say, they say, back then, since I was over competition to be day, some of the grand just don't be not just or nothing. They don't be get that level for the talk when they be talk about the men. If they say be done cut them. So some school no day, we just learn by watching others. Then as way TV to come, the internet come, we start to follow up other people then. But to be very honest, when it comes to MCing, I never really up to today be able to get some idols or people the way they be very good, some people they look up to, their full video way if you actually learn. So the best way for learner, when me I learn, I just on my own. I just imagine them. And I mostly learn from journalists then. They are transposed and now for my milieu. So I just kind of do adapter. So anything we work for them, they enjoy them, they adopt that. So I didn't have a workshop. So the process been longer for me.
Yeah.
Because we never get no school.
And maybe now why that way you be as excellent as you be because of the time we don't take.
So I go through my normal process and I still go through the process. Now when it comes to journalism, funny enough, I don't study journalism for no school. I read communication, business communication, which they call it communication now, so crazy, for University of Douala.
Okay.
But journalism, then I under category they can say social communication.
Okay.
Yes. So it happened out of circumstances where I not read that communication per se. Because I enter University of Boy, I never get enough points. Why? Because that year, they step up, say for journalism and mass communication, now from 10 points they enter
What ever feel say you go UB?
No. At that time, again at 8. So as I do 1 year for Douala, do second year, then I decide for one go start back for UB. As I want go there, they don't increase the number of points. So you know what, I say I can't type in for Sawa. Now I don't do communication, I don't do journalism and mass communication.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I do already start TV like since 2002 or 2004. So when I enter university in 2008, you understand? I be still like Cam though, but I don't feel do one because by 2009 when I swap, condition them don't change. So I don't learn journalism side. But afterwards, I just started learning and when I get experience of different TV stations. You know, I start from Korea FM. After I go for STV. After STV, I still in a stagiaire. I don't start do better journalism that way. So I start really learn journalism. Now for LTM. And I be getting mentor where they can say Leila Kika up to today I'm a mentor.
Okay.
You know, still be inside the field actively, but it be, you know, life coach. You get plenty knowledge and experience about that. So now you now start take hold my hand, teach me some kinds of things. I replace you for LTM. I was probably read news. I was probably the youngest newscaster, but I deny because I say I want to go back to school, go learn. Maybe na printers will come out with it because salary been done. My first salary been at 30,000.
Where you go work every day?
Yes, and they will pay me some this credit union. Then when I bring that money, so I just stay for my brother for some antique place or Carabao house there. Or get some small room for the rest skin. My uncle borrow me that my first salary. 30,000. So basically, I don't learn journalism someplace, but I just get good at it because I be very passionate. Then I learn and now I inform and like I did read a lot for internet, download documents because we learn them actually for when we did read communication, business communication, right? For the first year, a bit general, we touch social communication, we touch business communication, everything. We can't specialize for that towards 10 years and also the Frankfurt in the towards 10 year.
Okay.
You know, so I learned other things unofficially. So.
So you, especially, you don't work for radio, you don't work for TV, you don't even be independent. What's be advice for people the way they want to go into radio, TV? Like which of those platforms would be the best? You advise person say, you know, yes, if you want to do radio, or if you don't want, don't be you independent, that for work for radio station or for TV station.
I don't ever advise any man for which one be the best because it will only be the best depending. It will only be the best if at all you get some particular condition and with that condition and money. Then you go for both sides they pay you pass.
Okay.
And one my best no go be different my best in terms of cash. But when I said don't advise any man for which one be the best, and I say every media organ like radio, TV, written press, right, be totally different. They be so different. And they be very enjoyable. If you enjoy any of that in them, if you get the passion, if you get the ability, because plenty of people never understand. So you more first of all get some natural gift, some natural talent for that thing we want to choose. Nobody suffer your head for nothing. If you want to excel for any domain for your life, you go for being a TV now. when you don't train now, you give the results effortlessly. Then with you like them. You know as if you have more, you have the team more, so you die for the team. You understand now? No, that we go give you headache. When you deliver now and say you forget all that time where you don't take time for learn, go through that process.
Yeah.
So I felt that and say nothing will be best among that three of them. Now, some way you feel more comfortable. Some way you deliver effortlessly. Now, the place that will be best for you.
Okay.
So I rather encourage them for go Sawe now. They feel perform well. So you try all. The Sawe see and say you be more comfortable. Now you have to say choose on your own best partner. And if none of that thing they check you, then no they level, no they domain that come out. Go do different thing. I beg sometimes maybe you'll be in a good restaurant owner. Or good cook. No force yourself until we need like you.
All right.
Yes.
All right, someone will take some short break and then we'll come back. Me and Steve will continue longer on a Beta Torpoh. Okay, so I want to talk about entrepreneurship because I feel like say the reason why you be different from other people when they in this field is because you be entrepreneur in the sense that you don't discover a way for actually sell your talents, for actually be, get the level you get for
That's
keep
true.
the standard and all of that. So how you there from, you go for, taking 30,000 as salary to now taking 6 figures as MC, how it happened?
Margo do fast forward over 2020 when Corona came. Before that time, when I start get some kind of popularity for Cameroon, because you see the MC work so I've not used that in my side also since. Might be the check sense. When you come on house, say you dash you 5,000 every morning time. You get your for hustle sometimes. Sometimes they just start making me understand, so you go for start to contribute for the hours. Because my remake when I did that kind. I did that kind from 12. I kind 2001. Maremi call out. And Maremi been a pillar for our family. In fact, not only for we. Now it be a whole big family, like a very big family. Maremi come out for royal family. And then for your own like your own mommy side. You understand? He get brother them and sister them. Now you be the help of them. You be a first picking. So as we equal them, things be tough, things be strong very badly. So we almost become street picking. So that's a woman we happy for some time. So they will still back PM for Bamenda. And that woman see my grandson for Boya for road. For that grandson don't swallow foot level almost 2 months. So we did for house.
Where?
We'll come back for holiday. That time those will come out as Then it struggle for feed me. I don't know me how that grandson do for feed me. It be daily say.
Where?
So it be the work I empty food. Work food. Bit and pay from they say they count every day and say if you can find way and everything. So it be shabby some way. Now that woman now see for road. They say no you be because they call me most morning at Tata Shushu. No Tata Shushu picking this. So when they make themselves out. Now cry with this. They cry, hug themselves. Oh, the mommy say me can't see we, Saudi and all of that thing. After the way I chop my first plate for, Aero after about 3 months. Oh, instead of kind of strikers, so now so strikers they cook, we hear the order for hearts. But with the feed now live on belly. So all that stuff I make when Remy call him, that brief moment for stuff I make when that woman now, meet away. They started following me eating them. It quickly occurred to me, say, people don't change. All that uncle the way they be too nice. All that the way we know so be spoke out on. It can be a very tough thing. So now, in the course of holiday program them, I last leave my ambition for being magistrate. And I say, I just had to think how I'll be journalist because people they talk say, massa, as I go TV 2004, 2005, I be defined all that kind of thing for TV. So what happened? I say, now I find myself inside the job. I say the salary no be the go. One day, someone tells me I did talk fine. So why be saying check MC? I say MC now wait. He said no, les impresarios they talk for wedding. I say any event, give me a the presenter. I know be give me no idea, no me no man when I idol. Me I don't talk man. Say in me, I feel talk for TV, I feel talk for anything. Don't tell me how the thing go. So now one thing that way I know about myself. I just be very talented for pick up something quick. I just need to know the mechanism around them. I try. If you no go, it means I not be gifted on that part. But I don't know how to pick up thing quick. Now so I enter MC. So when I start get popular with that kind 2017, because I get some kind of strong popularity, we start entering that kind 2017. Small at the Bila. I do Canal Door that year. I do plenty other things in that year. Big kind event them. I start being now as a different class.
Yeah.
For presenters. I say, okay, not a typical journalist, don't want to presentation. And it look like that other small kind of thing everyone say MC in job. Now anyway, when they start coming out for wedding them, they increase my money from 25,000 where I don't fair get for be MC for wedding. I said that 2017, I started to receive that kind 250,000, 300,000. I was saying, Massa, I don't mean I done for quite. Then now, as I be the work every day, I not be fit to do the job because I started getting up plenty people they call me at least like 1 or 2 times every month. So now for weekend, I tell myself, say, hey, it's in the so it shows some way. But time way I realize, I get for live and I say, I overstart get plenty. This is even during the week and then during weekend. And my salary not be 5 for TV. So when I come out, go do event, I realized I get my salary for 1 month. I mean for 2 months in one weekend. Then I do also 2 events for weekend. So I don't be now. I come back for office, I finish money show that sleep. So it be stress my skin. But I will get nice money. When I calculate and pay that 1 month, I don't work like 500,000, 600,000. I say, huh? So the thing so the fee. Yeah. So after that 2020 now, so I will say something happened. I need financial stability for my life. I started to overwork. I work from Monday to Sunday. Sometimes I don't even get time to go to church again. But I will comment football match them for Sunday and Saturday for Elite One. I will comment 4 seasons for Elite One Championship. All the game there, I be did it. Because I be the only Anglophone commentator for Canal do it. I do morning program, do dope music, do news, all that things that behave with my skin there, and then I don't ever take rest. So I can't get some moment where I collapse inside studio for radio. So they take me go hospital. As I finish for Mona clinic with it, I want come out. Company no pay. I don't call the company, but no pay my hospital bill. Then I suppose take care of myself. That I realize, something they we need the balance. So for 2020, it just happened, say the one lay with them off. I demand they lay me off. So me and Canada was separate. They drop me my couple of, I think, 2-3 M. More separate. So now I go me without do. I handle myself a couple of months. Then I reposition myself. I start to fly about myself, send out my client them. So when I feel book me, I get more time and some kind of thing. And I saw small, the business start come. Then I focus on my page, my Instagram page, and my social media presence. Vocabulary get due to my program them for radio. I start get plenty of people admire me. They like when I dance at time for do music, and if my video they be posted for Snapchat, all that kind of. So most of my clients they start come from abroad. So all the people they come from America, where they want come here, say, hey, they might host my event, they might host my this. So I start getting up plenty this thing. As soon as I liberate myself and I send that communication, I say plenty but they need my services. So I start going now 300,000 a bonanza. So being a small money, I don't want plenty money. The after now I build up and I realize it become a real hustle from 2020 to 2023 now. I didn't work for no man. And after that time, I get my first. No, that was before that time. I resigned. What asked me to lay me off. Now because something to happen. So show that was show we do the coffee club.
The coffee club.
That show, all that design, all the way happened. That show was started. That was some money for one event. They pay me 1.7 million for come with some minister PK wedding.
Wow.
From that day, I understand that that's true also. So if any company no one pay me better money, me they don't give me the hustle my house as they come so. And since that day, I don't receive 6-figure them, for a couple of wedding them, a couple of event them. And I say that's some better work there.
No, it's wrong.
Yes.
And I you don't start your own company.
I don't start my own company where it get plenty other. I don't like I describe them. I know I'm just doing a company where I go train young MCs, then try to make them get them work. Every weekend. Then I get my commission, then they get their commission. Because the most important thing for me is I say I've been a humanitarian as well. For my I never start manifest them totally. I feel. I remember for Form 4, I write my first humanitarian project, but I never even materialized until today. They call and say stretch your arm. And due to what we go through for our own life, because within our house we sleep for room, they 10 or 11. You know, we get some one parlor, then two, that's on Carabot. When we last, whether me die, we last come into our family. Our maternal family is really poor, you know, and we believe in the heart of Aqua. When we're in the fall, or whatever got her, they can't pass now for our house. They will never laugh with that. They never laugh at him. So we don't give him bed. Or they can't have for that bed. There's the other. We will be. But mommy looked at a privileged woman. We don't help all family. So the one putting out with the finest bed. We deny we go with the other one. We all just patch now for night. So they will not to it. After they pass, they will laugh. So I write my first project of Form 4, and I get as ambition for help. I just talk that project, be a stretcher. I'm like, for mostly help people that will be underprivileged. Some people they don't ever can get money. Where you go feed them for their life. Who leave that up? Some people they get money where they feed the whole country. 20 million people. You understand? Now just so a day. That's all day. So I just feel they say, if we do that kind of project where I think buy us or just some land for years and 1 hectare, then I build and I relocate some people there. You understand? Then the next thing I do for them, I say, I will help them to learn handwork. So that if you at least work, feed themselves. They be inside the house. They wind their time. They way their own blessing go reach. You understand? That's my first project where I do. So being a humanitarian, now that thing push me to think about other people then. So I feel like all the young MCs then, where they don't feel be journalists, you know, feel enter, you know, a stick, you know, feel learn, you know, but they feel at least they get talent, but they feel talk. That's if you put their money for a table. Every weekend, I pay, me, I feel pay some of my colleague journalists if you land in the 5, pay them every month. No, do one no arrogance. I just want to say, like when you look at the salary, right, and the reality of Cameroon job, not so it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So why, if it's another teach some young people then, they make them me they gain money, but at the same time make money to out of the fact say, I define business can't give them, and the fact to say, last year, on the 17th and the 18th of December, I began like 16 or 17 people there for where they asked me for the same date.
And where you know if it be outside.
I know if it be outside. I realized, and I remember some one way some preacher, where I'd respect him a lot, and like my spiritual father, Dr. Sean Smith, he said you cannot multiply yourself in other people, then you cannot start defining yourself as a successful person. So if you know if you multiply, you know if you teach person, you see what you know. Me do one perfectly, like you or more than you, then you know if you start calling yourself a successful person. So I decided to go embark on the journey of success. Ma put chop up their table and pass the way they do it now.
Okay.
Ma help them to be independent.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so we'll take some short break and then we'll come back. Me and Steve will continue longer on a Beta Torpoh. All right, so I want them to talk, before we round up. I want them to tell you because I know say inside industry, wait to be a spiritual backing because of course we know say inside the industry, a lot of things that they go on behind the scenes. Some people they believe say no feel reach a certain level of success, if they never do some certain things, they never fulfill some certain condition them, And plenty of people they get that mentality we don't limit them because they feel say they must do some certain things them before they fit get some certain exposure, maybe get some certain network of people they work with them. You don't host all kind event them, high profile event them, all kind of people that executive them. People they believe say for me for fits be for host the kind of events, I must don't do some certain things, I must don't do some certain things. So I want to make you tell me your experience with spirituality inside this line of work.
Okay, first and foremost, you understand, my first start for talk say that true say we hear plenty story them about people the way they compromise. They do some kind of funny thing, they enter Nyongo, they enter sect, they bend and give their buttocks and their show them, pin, and plenty other things. They do come back kind thing for succeed. But now where I don't be for the level where I don't be, and I still grow, and the way I never compromise, I never do any funny thing. And as I be tell people and say, if you hear me at the talk for better things or for any interview, will you feel say me a compromise with you? Can't talk. Because the truth, like, you know what the true challenge? Because I want really make people understand, say, it be possible for succeed or for reach them at small level where put your hand for some side.
Exactly.
It be possible. Okay, now, maybe it will not be the majority, but it be possible. So no ever lose hope. Will you wish not if you say, you want be you don't want compromise, but it go hard or it be impossible. It not be impossible, my brother, my sister. But now another thing is about spirituality. You some level for success go be, and the way the world on the be today, it be very difficult for you for stand for friends, for be for middle, for be neutral. You either be for one side or you be for the other
side.
Because say the way world they function now, generally without any bad intention and with even bad intentions, like in cliques, in networks, in groups, because together we stand, divided we fall. But now that particular mentality will not be perverse. Don't be perverse by some people. They say, okay, though we form a group for be like together and for work and go further together, we get for put condition them because say, if we don't start the compromise for the group, me any man will enter the group.
May compromise.
Be compromise because if you not compromise, it could jeopardize the chance for the group now to exist. And if all the two will not be done together, so that the only principle that you worry them. So now today it don't be very difficult to stand for middle. You must belong for one way or the other. For people the way they need compromise, or for people the way they compromise. But in life generally, some level of success the way you must need to be strong spiritually for anything where you believe in, like spiritual authority. Because there is a spiritual dimension to life, whether we like it or not. Because
whether
in
you
essence,
know self or not.
In essence, I tell you why they say most things are spiritual. God don't give you capacity for meditate. Meditate and say you project yourself, you identify yourself with anything where you perceive them for inside your spirit, and where you mean and say no, you want to be that thing. If today you mean say you want to be rich man, you get first of all perceive them within your spirit. Then two people that they ever do that say they perceive in their spirit, meditate on the thing, but they need to accompany them with actions.
Yeah.
Now why they feed them? If it take long time, if it take a short time, but the truth that say you go become that thing if you get enough time. So the thing that say wait, you get for belief for something, you get for belief for some ideal about you as a person, where even if you never yet see them it happen, you know say you be that thing. And you know for which place where you put your trust, your congregation of Osa. And that thing determine it needs you get some degree of spiritual level, meditation and other kinds of things. It be important. Because sometimes the way inside the particular life, when you start here, when you get some particular circle, they start tell you about energies. So you get very good aura. You get good energy. Now say, when you prepare yourself inside yourself, what you think about yourself, they affect your environment. And people they perceive the energy. When someone enters some place, say, child, the ground floor gets one. It gets one thing. But I say spiritually don't prepare yourself. So you must believe for something will be spiritual, will pass even your own personal ambition. For even humble you as a person. Because when you start get do, you go feel say no. You feel do all things within life. Because first and foremost, you want first of all enjoy that thing the way you know if you get that way be poor. And the very first thing that wait, you want chop to you want chop, you want drink to you want drink, wait, no fit drink. You want get any woman way, you know fit get her. So other girl you make more with the time then I want one. Then other kind of thing them. Now the best way for be child is that. Because you go 1 year time, the way you don't enjoy that thing and now you see and say that thing is finish. And now you be move back the thing. You say no, okay, ma get that priority. Thing the way if you make a map progress because you want to wind my time, I did for the same place. Now for the way now, you start shift your interest. And for conquer that thing, then now what you need that. You need to be focused spiritually. So you must get something where they humble you, apart from the money you if you acquire. But you know that thing they give you identity. When that thing will be beyond you, when that thing will be intangible way, you know if you ever pass on, like they define you. So for me, my spiritual backing, now fall back for the question. Now God.
Exactly.
You understand? And I believe in Christ Jesus. I believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. I talk and so to be very specific because any man believe for a God. You understand? But I talk about God the way he incarnates himself inside Jesus Christ. And for you to understand who you be and what you be called for do as a church And even what you be called for do as a person, you get to understand the gospel according to Paul, which is the gospel to the new man in Christ. That is us. And my spiritual backing, I'm not to know there again.
All that. But you don't get any offers for people that want to make compromise. You don't get condition. The people don't condition you. Tell you say, see, if you do this thing or if you fulfill this thing.
Compromise in a level now. You know, say, now it didn't have a level and it kind of different forms.
Exactly.
You know, so I don't know whether I'll call the one in a big compromise or small compromise. But the moment a person want to you let go of your integrity, you let go of your principles, you start do some funny thing them because you want get he tell you say now you go make a me you succeed. You understand? Then deny.
Exactly.
And then deny say different man if you make them, no you help me succeed. But not so that they call the kind one them for according to the teaching the word they receive them. Destiny helpers and they.
Yeah,
Destiny connectors and they what they call cup bearers. You understand? People in their own work with God don't ordain them for their life. That's so they go give some information or open you some door or introduce you some person. Wait, that person will help you. Like their own just will connect you. So no look at let's say now some condition where someone they say for me for introduce you, pray at God. And then I sabi pray God, I tell you something, say, Papa, introduce me for the right people. Make a man knock the right doors. Maybe they open me the right doors.
Exactly.
And make a man walk and have a part for any part where I work and you know. Maybe in a part where you don't predestine. That is, you don't before you want to create the war, you don't check and say that first. Now so I go make a me still succeed. And if I make mistake because a mistake na normal thing. When you go die for cross thousands of years ago for me, they don't born me. My mama said no. In fact, don't even born my grandpa, great grandpa. Yes, but if you don't really check and say, I go take the picking imperfection. Then now as he go to grow with the knowledge of, you know, with the knowledge we don't know. Say now me I be papa and all the time I'm for you. He go make the mistake now, but other mistake if they really pay for. So I tell God say any mistake what I make if road no this are wrong go, create road will go bring me back to wrong carry me go. You understand? Yes. So meaning say, I be conscious of this fact say, I get for progress. But if at all that progress, we in one way, so I want to make compromise, I deny. But if me I choose they propose me the condition, then means say I agree say no. I know I don't give a compromise. Me I choose for compromise. That one I have choice. So no man want mislead you and say you take your own mop, you chop Christmas. So compromise don't come for me plenty time. You know, sugar mommy in the way they don't.
Well, fine boys too.
You know, one thing that whether they say I final, why just final, I don't get that kind of call them. Where I never agree. I wear some mommy ever tell me say Steve, at the years they tell me some gigolo. They name that woman that do. I laugh. I tell that person say, if I be gigolo, I be the most dull and the most stupid gigolo that ever exist on the outside. We're gonna be gigolo for 5 or 18 years. I don't be inside the domain.
That's true.
Then I walk away food.
No.
I buy my motor only next month, and I'll start with some good motor at least.
No.
So me, if I want to be gigolo, what's that compromise? I go do them as perfectly as I do my job. Meaning say before the year one, and I won't pack like 2 Mercedes. This is for my this thing. But is that an achievement in itself? No.
No.
Don't get motor where you don't even get finances for the motor.
Exactly.
If the person deny for now, all the get a suffer. If the person deny for pay your bills and for the next 2-3 months, you'll be wretched. You'll sell back that motor self. So in fact, you know if you get drive or sell them because you know belong to you. So I will get pride and ego for can't do some kind of thing. People in there don't even tell me, say, I go introduce me to some meeting because I don't get some money. I get difficult with money. I tap some ground for say I beg. When industry say I beg, borrow me dough. I'll give you back in 2 weeks because my event that they drop my dough. They say, well, it be very tough pity. But I think you go some place, if you borrow you money. They give me rendezvous for Sunday morning for 10 a.m. for Sunday and Jangi. I tell you, say, well, I'm going to go church first before. But you know, say, it happens to two this thing. I go realize that after. Somebody tell me, say, that meant you go enter your own mess today. Two ways save me and say, I want to go church before I go to Jangi. Then after they tap me, tell me to be so they want to do like pretty much some form of initiation. They'll give money when you know say no ever back up. What they do now, ever back am because they go look do some way and all that kind of thing. So that thing don't come consciously or unconsciously. We don't deny us, we don't miss we. I feel that the prayer we pray with God make am. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you plenty. Don't share plenty wisdom. We get some small gifts for you. We appreciate
all that sponsor na how much money this? I don't say
Simone send me up. Thank you for the time.
Na credit card too. Hey.
Spend our week. And just before you want leave, we give you any advice for any person where they look you and it also admire the grandpa one day like wait till you tell him.
Anything where you dream for be, just know say you get a put on and God in hand. Number 2, ask yourself whether you get God don't give you talent for that thing. If you don't give talent that thing, no say talent not be enough. You get for work that talent, it becomes skill. Skill now when you master until the fee, work up you for any time for the life. You produce the result exactly the way it did. So you get for work for go that level. And then we don't reach that basic level, you make money out of the thing. So make sure say you make the right choice.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Plain Steve.
You're welcome home.
And see you next time for another episode for Beta Torpoh.
You will begin a welcome, man. Thank you.